All right, good morning, everybody. This is the 10U Bulls taking on the Atlanta Mad Hatter. Oh, Dark 30 game. Ready to rock and roll. Kids are up and ready to go. Bulls are going to be in their white this morning. The ice are three. Up here just a little bit. I want to reset my head.
Morning, Bulls fans. If you're watching live, you're up early. Get some coffee. This is our third game of the weekend. We went 1-1 yesterday. Gave up one to the Nashville Warriors, who really looked like they just came to play yesterday afternoon. But then they ended up getting absolutely smacked up by the top team in the league, the Atlanta Phoenix. So they got beat up pretty bad last night. So yeah, we're taking on the Mad Hatters. Mad Hatters have gone 1-1 this weekend too. They got beat by Center Ice yesterday, who the Bulls won against. Um, but again, 10-year-old hockey. It just depends on which 10-year-old shows up, and the Bulls wanted it the first game. They kept competing in the Center Ice game, but really, you can kind of tell the Warriors wanted it more here that second game. So we'll see who wants it more here at 6 a.m. this morning. The advantage here being on home ice. All the players got to sleep in. I say all the players. Most of the players got to sleep in their own bed last night. A few of them probably got a hotel for our guys who drive an hour plus to get here. They may have stayed in hotels, but for the most part, all the Bulls got to sleep in their own beds last night. We got Big Tab Baker in goal today. He was our goalie for the Warrior game yesterday and had some really good saves late in that game, kept us in it.
Yeah, a couple of breakaways he absolutely just crushed. You always worry about those when defense can't catch up to him, and Tab came right out challenged and shut him down. So
he did. He played well.
Might need a few of those in this game.
Yeah. This game, obviously we say it every time, but there's going to be a number 23 out here in a blue helmet. His name is Wheeler, and fitting name because kid's got a set of wheels on him. He can
Absolutely.
move. Probably one of the best skaters on the ice today.
Yeah, he's fast, can handle the puck like nobody's business. And, the pass too. He will drive to the corner sometimes and just set his own guys up to pass. So
and I watched him yesterday. Their game, they won their second game yesterday, and he just the kid really creates a lot of opportunities for his team, and he plays both defense. He plays both sides of the ice. He plays a heck of a defense, and then he'll flip right back around and take the puck all the way up and put it in the goal. Scored a couple of times off face-offs yesterday. I watched those, and just right off the face-off pushes forward and knocks one in. So just a great player. Obviously it's a team effort. The Mad Hatters have a couple other kids on the team that are really fast as well. So the Bulls just have to really look hard and try to make sure and shut those opportunities down for the Mad Hatters today. Got a couple of old teammates here cheering us on at 6 a.m. in the morning. Thanks to the Bulls and the Jessamers for being here this morning. Thank you, huge thank you and shout out to Tobin Cataldo. We have multiple games going on this weekend, and Tobin graciously volunteered to come in and run the clock and the scoreboard for the other game going on the other sheet of ice. It was brought to my attention last night, none of these other teams have a second sheet of ice.
Yeah.
And so every single tournament we've gone to, they don't have to worry about that same thing that we do.
Well, I think the Phoenix do, but I don't
Phoenix
think it's
do,
really.
they don't use it.
Yeah, it's not really set up for games.
Yeah, they don't use it for hockey. They use it more for ice skating. So you know, when they come here, you know, we're trying to run the tournament as smooth as possible and get them on and off 2 sheets of ice, but it does make a logistical nightmare for us. And Tobin saves the day today.
Yeah, so I know we normally thank our coaches, and we do. Thank you guys for what you do for our kids, but also a huge, huge shout out to all the team managers of the Bulls program. Appreciate everything you guys do. John and Sarah Pugh has stepped up big and led and organized this weekend, and we appreciate you guys so much.
Sarah Pugh on the DJ today, so if you hear any music in the background, it's brought to you by Sarah. She's funny. She puts some good music to different situations in the game. So she's clearly put some effort and thought this out. I love the Star Wars. Every time the other other team scores.
All right, we are sans a ref right now.
Well, we were 1 ref yesterday for the first game. Looks like we might be 1 ref again today for the first game. So he's blowing the whistle, ready to roll. He's gonna be the lone wolf out here. Looks like starting for the Bulls today, Henry Arns at center, Keegan Brennan at right wing, Caleb Duro over at left wing, Easton Del Bosco at left defense, and Remy Uptain at right defense. And the puck is dropped. Henry Arns picks it up, works it along the near side boards. It gets over to one of the Mad Hatters. Mad Hatters now put it into the neutral zone. Trying to dump it in. Remy Uptain picks it up. Mad Hatters take a shot off. Easton Del Bosco cuts it off, takes it around his own net, sends it over to Caleb Duro, just off the stick of Caleb. And Henry Arns comes in to back him up. Henry now skate across center ice. Works it into the offensive zone, where it's picked up by the Mad Hatters. Remy Uptain tried to get it, keep it in. Puck just a little too far out of reach. Remy will go all the way back into the defensive zone, send it up ice to Caleb Duro right at the red line. Henry now works it back into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Comes around to the left side. Centers one for Keegan Brennan, who tried a one-timer just off the mark. He does get his own rebound, though. Another center pass by Keegan Brennan. Matt Hatters pick it off, head the other direction. Remy will pick it up along the wall, take it behind his own net, flip it up. Looking for Caleb Duro again. Now Easton Del Bosco will come back. Will Federley and Graham Pugh have entered the game. Pass over to Will Federley. A shot from the defensive position on the Mad Hatters. Knocked away by Tab Baker. Remy Uptain now sends it up the boards. Looking for Graham Pugh. Graham Pugh now working through center ice. He's got Will Federley over to his right. Nate Key enters the game. Nate Key off the bench, almost able to pick that off. And now Wheeler on the move. He's got Hayes and Ethan back on defense. They take a shot. Tab doing a good job of sealing up the boards. Sealing up the pipes. I mean, Hayes passes up to Graham Pugh. Graham Pugh now works into the offensive zone. Centers one over for a Federley. Will still out on the ice. Hayes tries to keep it in the zone. Battles hard, takes it away, then it's stolen away again. Ethan back on defense, sends one up towards Hayes, who's right at the blue line. Hayes chips it up to Will Federley. Will Federley now charging into the offensive zone. He's just got a couple of guys to beat. Tries to center one. Cut off by the Mad Hatters. Hayes steps up to the blue line. Picks it off, sends one over to Henry Arns. Henry Arns now with it. Looking to work through the middle of the defense. Sends a shot on net. Goalie just pushes it away. Mad Hatter's able to clear it out. Hayes and Ethan will head back. No icing.
Oof. I don't know about that.
Ethan grabs it, takes it behind his own net. Chips a pass up to Henry Arns. Henry Arns overtakes the puck, but Ethan able to poke it back out to center ice, trying to get it over to Elijah. Elijah now charging up. Again, Ethan Buck with it. Ethan looks up, tries to pass it across. Pass cut off by center ice. They take a shot just wide. Hayes picks it up behind the net. Hayes tries to chip it up to Ethan. Hayes with it now, carries it, sends it over all the way across the ice to Gus Federley, who dumps it into the offensive zone. Puck sitting right behind the goal. Henry goes into the corner, loses it at his feet. Puck works back to Parker Allen. Parker Allen now sends it right back up to Henry Arns. Good pass to Henry along the boards. Henry trying to get through, gets hooked. So Bulls will go on their first power play. Bulls set it on their first power play. Looked like a hook to me. I never saw the call.
Yeah, I didn't see the call either. I didn't see the hand signal, but definitely our first power play. So let's see if we can capitalize.
So Keegan Brennan at right wing, Graham Pugh at center, Caleb Duro at left wing, Ethan and Hayes back in for the defense. We'll see if we can make something happen here. Ethan and Hayes both a threat to score from that defensive position. So if Graham Pugh does what he typically does and wins it back to one of them, look for a quick shot here by one of the defensemen. Graham does win it, gets it back to Caleb, who sends it back to Ethan. Ethan takes a wrister and throws it towards the net, scooped up by the goalie. Not sure why the Mad Hatters goalie this weekend is wearing a blue jersey.
I don't think that's their normal goalie. I think I don't believe I've ever seen those pads before, so they may have an e-bug in there.
That's right. So again, Graham wins it, sends it over to Caleb. Caleb chips it over. Ethan passes to Hayes. Hayes works around one, looking to take a shot. Waits too late, but he does put it on net. It's loose in front. The goalie did a good job of saving that one. Ethan now takes a wrister shot. Goalie scrambling around to get back in good position. Keegan sends it back in front of the net. Picked off by the Mad Hatters. Mad Hatters trying to clear it. Caleb challenges it, gets it over to Graham. Graham sends it back to Ethan, who wants to take another shot. Ethan dumps one towards the net, just wide. Again, Ethan has it on his stick. Sends another one towards the net, knocked down by the Mad Hatters. But a rebound opportunity here, and we put it in. It looked like either Keegan or Graham off of a shot by Caleb.
I think that was Caleb Doro jammed that one home.
Yeah, Caleb's pointing at himself, so he definitely got the initial shot off. I didn't see if anybody else touched it, but Bulls scoring on a power play here.
And I believe we may be having some internet dropping going on, so I apologize if it stutters at all, guys, but I am recording it, so if it does get too bad, I can throw up a smooth version later. So
now Henry Arns back out on the ice to take the center position. He's going to be taking a face-off against their best position player, Wheeler. Nate Key over at right wing, Will Federley at left, Easton Del Bosco and Remy Uptain back in the defense. Off the face-off, Henry now has it, pushing forward through the middle of the defense, takes it into the offensive zone, slings a shot from almost the blue line. Oh, wow, diving Nate Key, trying to send it out to his D-man. Good effort there by Nate, but the Mad Hatters come away with it. Mad Hatters send one towards the net. It's going to be wide and high. Remy Uptain along the boards, trying to get possession. Wheeler sends a shot wide. Easton Del Bosco now skates it up. Bulls able to work it into the neutral zone, but again, Wheeler has it, passes back. Mad Hatters doing a great job there using that triangle position. Pass the puck around and spread the defense out. Mad Hatters now charging into the offensive zone. Henry Arns doing a good job of taking that away from Wheeler, not giving him any space, using the wall as a third defenseman. Henry Arns tripped up right as he starts to enter into the zone. Mad Hatters able to clear it. Easton Del Bosco tried to keep it in, just over his stick. Remy Uptain now slide right in front of his own goal. A shot from Mad Hatters. Tab sealing up the boards, sealing up the post. I keep saying boards. Tab doing a good job of sealing up the post this morning. Easton Del Bosco cuts off that shot by the Mad Hatters. And we'll send it all the way back. It'll be a line change. Elijah stays out there and challenges the puck along with Graham Pugh. Gus Federley comes out in the line change. Chase Hallman, Ethan Buck come back in for defense. Graham Pugh gets the puck. Graham making a few guys miss. Tries to center one, puts it behind the goal, looking for Elijah. Elijah tangled up along the wall. Good pass over from Gus. Gus sends it to Hayes. Hayes takes a shot just wide. The goalie knocked it away. Wheeler now has it going the other direction. Graham Pugh and the whole offense back checking. Hayes in good position, takes a swing at it. We have offsides, I guess?
I think so.
I did not see the offsides as must have been deep on the other side. But Wheeler with a full head of steam. That could have been costly there for the Mad Hatters.
Good morning, Cindy Russell. I see you on there.
So Remy Uptain back in on defense along with Parker Allen. Remy takes it behind his own net. Got hung up behind his net just for a second. When he sent it out, green jersey picked it off. Good job there by Caleb to knock it away. Henry Orange dives in front of one. Keegan Brennan picks up the rebound off of Henry and now works it into the offensive zone. Comes in from the right side, takes a shot. Caleb picks up the rebound, tries to send it back. Henry Orange with a good stick lift there in the center. Puck still loose in the offensive zone. Remy sends a shot towards the center. Mad Hatters intercept, head the other direction. That was offsides, but no call. Maybe a makeup call for the last one. Henry now takes it away here in the defensive zone. He's going to work it up. He's got Federley right in front of him. Henry Arns takes a shot, bounced off the goalie's shoulder. Went behind the net, and now Caleb Duro in the corner fighting for it. It's back to Henry Arns, who flips it along the boards. Back to Caleb. Caleb immediately passes back to Henry. Good look there. Great job passing back and forth. Oh, Ethan takes a swipe at it, misses. But he does get it over to Henry Arns. Good shot there by Will. Matt Hatter's able to clear the zone. Hayes sends one over towards Ethan's way. Then Caleb dumps it in. Matt Hatter's now working it back out, though. We'll have an offsides on the Mad Hatters.
I'm loving the pressure so far from the Bulls.
Yeah.
Creating some offensive opportunities. Lots of hustle out there.
Yeah, they're definitely fighting for it. Keeping it in the offensive zone. Really, Mad Hatters haven't been able to take a whole lot of shots on them. Del Bosco sends one to center ice to Graham Pugh. Graham Pugh picks it up. He's got a slew of green jerseys in front of him. But he goes over to the far side, flips one up into the middle. Almost knocked down by Elijah. Got a defensive shot from Easton Del Bosco. The puck rebounds off of one of the green jerseys, though, and clears the zone. Graham Pugh now picks it up in the neutral. Graham working in.
Get back.
And we'll have an offsides. Elijah and Graham are both still on. As Nate picked up the loose puck.
Oof, I don't think our internet's woke up good this morning. Maybe
Yeah,
it needs some coffee too. It keeps dropping out on me.
It happens. Henry Arns takes the face-off, sends it back to Easton Del Bosco, sends it right back to him. He's waiting at the blue line. It's a good look. Great job there. Oh, and Keegan tries to backhand one in. Henry puts one in. Henry with a wraparound goal. Great job there by Keegan and Henry both, and I believe one of the Federleys was in on that. Yeah, Gus was out there as well.
That was offsides. Keegan was offside.
Yeah, well.
That one shouldn't count.
Hey, when you get one ref, that's what happens. Things get missed. Things get missed. But, yeah, great job there by all of them just to stay with it. As the initial stop was made by the goalie. But they didn't stop digging. So Henry Arns back in to take the face off. Keegan and Gus is still out there. Henry works it around, working it into the offensive zone. He's got Keegan right behind him. He looks up, passes one back to Hayes, who's coming in from the blue line. Hayes takes a shot, knocked down. Hayes now out of position behind the goal. He flips one up, looking for Henry. Henry gets it on his stick, working around a few folks. Centers one, and Hayes puts one in.
Wow. What teamwork.
Hayes had been sitting right there in the center, way out of the defensive position, but I think he was just feeling it right there, and Henry passed it right back to him. So nice job there by Hayes. He flipped it up and over the goal. Henry somehow able to wrangle that pass in, hold on to it long enough to get Hayes right there in the center. Great look. So Bulls now up 3-0 here in the first.
Come on, Bulls.
Will Federley trying to knock it away. Graham Pugh comes in to help out with him. Easton Del Bosco sends it over to Graham. Wide open, Graham. Graham now skates it from the right side. Knocked down along the board. Still fighting, trying to get a pass back out. Parker skated up to try to keep it in. Just off the edge of his stick. A great cross-ice pass to Easton. Easton falls down, tried to get it back out. It's in the zone. Defense has to step up right there. Good job there by Caleb, back checking, getting it out back into the neutral zone. Graham takes a poke at it, able to work around. They take a slap shot, bounce it off of Easton Del Bosco. Oh, and they just slide one in. Yep. It worked behind the net, and I think Tab had kind of lost it to the left there, and they're able to slide one in right on his stick side.
It's all right. Bulls can't take their foot off the gas here, though.
Yep, it's a 3-1. Bulls have to keep on churning here. Graham Pugh, Will Federley. Will Federley at right wing. Caleb Duro over at left. Parker and Easton still in for the defense. Parker is going to take the face-off around and run out the rest of the first period. So Matt Hatter's pretty excited that they're on the board. They're throwing their arms up in the air. Excited for the score.
This is not our typical 6 a.m. game, though. I'm digging this hustle. I'm digging the drive. We just got to keep it up all 3 periods.
You know, it does change things a little bit sleeping in your own bed. You know, typically our 6 a.m. games, we've been to a hotel. We've had to eat dinner out. I mean, I know Hayes had a good home-cooked breakfast this morning. He's ready to roll. Those 6 a.m. games in a hotel, you know, we typically don't eat before these. We have to go back to the hotel to eat afterwards.
That's right. That's right.
So these boys well fed, well rested, and it shows. Yeah, I would imagine the Mad Hatters will all be headed back to the hotel here in just a little bit to grab their breakfast, pack their bags. Some of them probably slept on couch beds. Some of them might have slept on the floor. Depends on how many siblings they have. So here to start the second period, Graham Pugh's going to take the face off. He's got Nate Key as his left wing. Elijah Cole as his right. Remy Uptain on right defense. And Ethan Buck over at left defense. Puck drops and Graham Pugh wins it back towards Ethan Buck. Ethan grabs the handle on it. Nice cross-ice pass over to Elijah Cole. Elijah Cole is now going to carry it into the offensive zone. Puts one towards the net. Goalie pushes it away. Matt Hatters trying to work it out of the corner, but Nate Key steals it away. Nate Key taking people down as he goes. Graham Pugh has it in the middle. He centers one for Elijah. Elijah still digging and stabbing. Elijah trying to wrap around. Lost it off his stick. Pushed down in front of the net. Now Nate Key sends it back to Ethan. Ethan takes a D shot. Oh, man, it almost ricocheted off the goalie's pads into the goal, but just wide. Graham Pugh now digging behind. It gets back to Ethan Buck again. Ethan looks up, sends another one towards the net. Graham Pugh standing right there. Elijah, too. Puck goes over to Nate Key, and now it's Mad Hatters as they're trying to carry it out. They are able to clear it, but Graham Pugh not giving up right there at center. Remy Uptain tries to knock that one away. They do get a shot off, but it's wide. Again, Ethan Buck moving that one out. They try a slap shot almost from the blue line. Everybody in front of it. Ethan Buck sends it to Nate Key. Graham Pugh pushes it over. Matt Hatter's trying to get a stick on puck, but Graham just will not let him get a stick on it. Remy doing a good job of getting in the way. Tab with a stop. Another shot, and off the rebound, number 6 from the Mad Hatters puts one in the back of the net. So they just could not clear that puck out. They were close. Graham almost had it a couple of times. Ethan almost had it a couple of times, and they just continued to take shots.
Yeah. But I think they just got tired.
Yeah, that was a long shift for him. So now we'll see Sam Jokinen over at our left wing position. Henry Orange at center. Keegan Brennan at right. Easton and Parker in on defense. Henry Orange steals that one away. Tangled up with some green jerseys, but still fighting. Dumps it into the offensive zone. Picked up by the Mad Hatters, who work it through neutral ice. Good pass out. Easton Del Bosco right there playing it. Sam knocks it up. Trying to find Henry. Mad Hatters, puck just bouncing around. Keegan Brennan now has it. Henry holds up at the blue line. Keegan works it in. Keegan still fighting for it. Tried to get a shot off, but green jerseys kept him from getting a clean break. And we'll have offsides on the Mad Hatters. So with a couple of quick scores, Mad Hatters have put themselves right back in this game.
Bulls just got to keep creating those offensive opportunities.
Now Wheeler taking the face-off against Graham Pugh. Graham Pugh wins it. And Graham is just so good at these face-offs. Pushes forward all the way into the offensive zone. Stolen away as he entered. Now the Mad Hatters taking it the other direction. Parker and Easton both in good position. They take a long shot from the blue line. And Parker picks up the rebound off the wall. Good chip there by Easton up to Graham. Able to clear the zone. Graham unable to hang on to it.
Come on, Caleb.
Caleb with a good stick lift as Mad Hatters brought it into their offensive zone. Again, Parker with it. Sends it up the boards looking for Will Federley. Will trying to chip it up and out. Will continuing to fight to get it out of the zone. Still unable to clear it. Finally, they do. Mad Hatters dump it right back in. But it's going to end up on Easton's stick. Easton will take it behind his own net. Chips one up for Caleb. Caleb stolen along the wall. Wheeler comes in. Tabb shuts him down and covers. Oh, nope. They're calling it a goal. I thought Tabb had it. I think he had just lost it under his pad, or maybe when he shifted it went in. But Wheeler with the goal. And scored all tied up here at 3. Bulls getting punched in the mouth right here in the second period.
Happened yesterday.
Need to hit back. Hayes and Ethan back in on defense. Henry Arns at center. Nate Key at left wing. And Gus Federley over at right. Right off the faceoff, the Mad Hatters get it. Send it straight towards the net. Hayes picks it up in Bulls' own zone. Hayes chips one up over to Henry Arns. Henry working through the neutral zone. Works around one guy. Works around another. Man, Henry's quick on those shifts, and we're going to have a delayed penalty as he was tripped up as he entered the zone, holding his wrist, it looks like. Hope he's all right. He did go down pretty hard, but he's up and ready.
Yeah, he's still got his wrist tucked under his arm, but he's not coming off the ice.
He's holding his ribs like he kind of went down, maybe fell on a stick.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see it now.
I thought he was holding his wrist, but no, he's more holding his ribs.
He says, no, I want to stay out.
Yep. So he sends that face-off back to Hayes. Hayes takes a shot, bounces off of a green jersey. Shot again by Gus. Ethan Buck sends that one up the boards over to Nate Key. Ethan tries to keep it in, but now the Mad Hatters carrying it through. Henry Arns doing a good job of back checking, getting in his way, pushing him against the boards. Now Henry has it. He's going to work it up along the far side. Henry doing everything he can to keep it. Oh, they center one. Luckily, nobody was home for the Mad Hatters as that passed right in front of the goal. Mad Hatters now have it. Hayes in good position. Tab snags it out of the air, knocks it down. Unable to glove it. Puck works behind our own net. Hayes is going to pick it up along the boards. Hayes looks up. He decides he wants to skate it out. He's got Federley right in front of him. Hayes still along the boards, and we're going to be on a power play here as they pushed him into the wall as he was carrying the puck. They tried to squeeze him a little bit too hard.
Yeah, he did the whole PK Subban turn around, throw you back into him.
They did. They did.
You gotta play the puck.
So now the Bulls, Hayes doing a good job there drawing the penalty as he enters his own. The Bulls will be on a power play. Easton Del Bosco, Remy Uptain coming out on defense. Elijah Cole, right wing. Will Federley at left. And looks like Keegan Brennan taking the face-off. So off the face-off now, short-handed. They take a shot on goal. Mad Hatters. Elijah Cole, or Remy Uptain, picks it up. Again, this is a Bulls power play. Doesn't look like it at this point, but it is a power play. Elijah Cole now skating through center ice. Will Federley holds up. Keegan Brennan right there with him. Elijah sends it towards the net, but wide. Easton Del Bosco now centers one for Keegan. Keegan takes a shot. Elijah Cole looking for a rebound, still stabbing at it. We get a whistle, and that puck was in. That puck was in.
They're saying no, waving that one off.
That puck was in just as much as the other puck was in.
Elijah's throwing up his hands. He wanted that one. He told me today, he's like, Dad, I got to score.
Well, that puck was in the goal just like the other one was on the other end.
Again, that's two refs for you.
Yep.
We only have
initial
one.
Stop made, but Henry Arns now coming in at center. Sends one over to Caleb. Caleb sends it back to Henry. Henry sends it back to Caleb. They send it along the boards to Del Bosco. The puck breaks loose, and now we're in the neutral zone. Mad Hatters knock it right in front of the goal. Tab with good job there, going ahead and just covering that. As it trickled into our goals, or trickled close to our goal, not into our goal. Tab right there on it.
075 is not going to get a friendly reception doing that to Tab very much.
Nope.
Be careful.
With one
Mad
ref.
Hatter's got like 7 people on the ice.
With one ref, Tab may do his signature move and trip somebody up at the goal. Shot from the Mad Hatters goes wide. Hayes whiffs on it. Man. Finally gets it back on his backhand, sends it over to Henry. Henry trying to wait. He sends one up ice, and we're probably going to have an icing on this. And we do. Again, icing at this level doesn't necessarily hurt. Yeah, obviously, once you get into a little bit older, icing will keep you from being able to make a line change. So obviously it's a little bit more detrimental, but at this age they don't do that. You can ice it and make a full shift change. So Hayes, Nate, Parker, Graham, and Keegan all out on the ice. Oh, Wheeler got it off the faceoff. Continues to work around. He takes a backhand. Tab shuts it down. Hayes right there to pick up the Rebound. He flips one up to Nate Key. Nate Key along the boards gets it into the neutral zone. Nate Key still battling on the boards, passes it over to Graham Pugh. Graham Pugh trying to make a guy miss. Still has the puck. Sends one to the center, but cut off by the Mad Hatters, who send it all the way out of the zone. Tab's going to watch it trickle in, and it's an icing.
Hey, Marta, good morning. Thanks for watching.
Looks like our 12U players are starting to trickle in for their Blitz weekend this weekend. So a couple of Bulls 12U guys coming around. Henry Arns sends that back to Ethan Buck. Ethan unable to hang on to it. He does backhand it back towards the offensive zone, and we have an offsides.
Not sure Ethan was quite ready for that one when Henry won that face-off.
He wasn't. He wasn't. Typically, that's Ethan's all over that. Henry Arns off the face-off, picks it up. He's going to change directions, and while he's waiting, almost got picked off. Good job there by the Mad Hatters. Challenge him. He was waiting on somebody to get open. Ethan now gets it, sends one towards the center. Didn't put much on it. The Mad Hatters pick it up, bring it back into the neutral zone. Mad Hatters able to dump it in, but we're going to have an icing. So looks like Hayes, Gus, Caleb, Parker, and Graham all out for the Bulls. Graham Pugh, the face-off, gets it back to Hayes. Hayes chips one up the boards. Look for Caleb. Caleb sends it right back to Parker. Parker he trying to pass it over to Caleb. Got picked off. Hayes with a good poke check. Poke check sends it back to Caleb. Caleb in the neutral zone. Matt Hatter's able to bring it right back in. Graham Pugh now along the boards. Again, Hayes gets it. Hayes works around one. He's only got one man to beat. He's got Caleb coming up on his left. Hayes has nobody to beat. Hayes takes a shot, bar down. Matt Hatters just kept falling around him and ended up with a wide open shot.
Hayes Hallman making it look easy, just skating through everybody.
Glad I made him shower this morning. Kid's awake. So Henry Arns off the face-off. Matt Hatters get it. Del Bosco now has it, sends it over to Henry. Keegan waiting at the blue line. Henry coming in. He's only got two to beat. He puts one on goal. Knocked away by the goalie, but Nate Key comes in, steals the rebound away. Now the Mad Hatters going the other direction. Ethan with a good poke check, sends it all the way back. Keegan Brennan flips one up the boards. Now Henry Arns has it. He's going to work up. Nate Key and Keegan coming right behind him. Henry changes direction, sends a great pass over to Nate Key. Nate tries to get a shot off, but met by number 75. Ethan Buck with a defensive shot, knocked down. Man, I would not have wanted to step in front of that shot. I see he's got a super strong wrister. Henry Arns now takes a shot from the left side. Bouncing puck loose in front of the net. Keegan had lost his stick, so he had nothing to get that rebound with. Easton, Henry, Ethan all in good position. They do get a shot off, and Tab knocks it away with his leg pad. Rebound goes over to Keegan Brennan. Keegan tries to work it out of the zone. Loses it as he's about to cross the blue line. Picks it up, though. Sends it over to Nate Key, who dumps it into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Puck going back and forth. Easton Del Bosco is skated up. He dumps one towards the net high. Keegan Brennan with a good stick lift.
Not a lot of pressure here from the Bulls.
No, Mad Hatters. I mean, they're taking shots, but nobody's really pressing the net. Henry steals it away. Henry now skating up. Works around one. Works around two. Just knocked down. The second guy knocked him down as he tried to juke him out. Puck works around to Easton Del Bosco. Easton flips it up the boards looking for Caleb Duro. Caleb Duro gets it on his stick. Working through the middle of the defense. Backhands one over to Keegan, who's wide open. Keegan takes a shot and it ricochets off of one of the sticks of the Mad Hatters and flies straight up in the air. Oh, Ethan takes a good shot, bouncing around in front of the middle of the net, but picked up by the Mad Hatters who are working across the neutral zone. Easton took a good poke check at it. Ethan with a good poke check, but they still get a shot off and Tab knocks it away. Easton now skating up, working along the boards. Easton gets it over to the center. Keegan right there at it. And spinning, and finally we get a whistle. The Mad Hatter goalie will cover that puck as it just kind of trickled up towards him. So some good looks there by the Bulls. You're right, though. They had it in the offensive zone a lot of the time. They were getting some good shots, but just never really looked like they were trying to put a bunch of pressure on them to get it.
Yeah, when there's 4 green jerseys basically sitting in the slot, there's a problem. We need some more white over there.
Yeah, got to knock those guys out of the way. So Henry Arns versus Wheeler on the face-off. Henry wins it, sends it back to Hayes. Hayes pushes it over to Parker, who sends it up the boards to Will Federley. Will chips it over to Elijah Cole. Elijah Cole trying to snag it and center something. But the Mad Hatters in good position. Henry Arns takes a stab at it. Parker Allen now sends it back over to Henry. Henry spins. Mad Hatters take over. Parker Allen steals it away, keeps it in the zone. Again, Parker almost keeps it into the zone. We're going to have an offsides. We still had Will Federley and Elijah Cole on the other side of the blue line as that puck was just dancing back and forth. Looked like Parker was going to be able to keep it in and almost did. So Remy Uptain taking the face off.
Remy at center. All right.
Yeah, Remy at center. Gus Federley at right wing and Nate Key over at left. Ethan pushes up the wall looking for Nate. Nate trying to make a move. Stolen away. Ethan Buck now tries to keep it in. Remy picks it up. He carries it in. Sends one towards the goal. Easton Del Bosco tried to keep it in. Now Wheeler's on the move and he takes a shot. Tab shuts him down. Shoots up and over the goal. Easton Del Bosco able to, Ethan Buck able to scoot it out as the buzzer sounds.
Great job there by Tab to shut that one down, knock it up and over the net. And
Wheeler scores on guys like that all the time. Tab standing tall. Good job there.
But
knocking it away.
The defense pressuring him out to the side and making him take bad angle, bad shots. I mean, not coming away free.
Yeah.
That's where we succeed on defense.
You got to push that kid to the outside because if he gets on the center, if he gets into the center on you, you're toast. That guy can find every hole there is in the goalie's game, and Tab right there standing tall.
So Bulls up 4-3, climbing into this third period. Let's see if we can put a few more points on the board.
Yeah, game is a long way from over. I watched Wheeler in the third yesterday with about 4 minutes left, just put 2 up.
Yeah.
So the kid can do it.
I feel like I haven't seen him on the ice as much this game. Makes me wonder if they're holding him in reserve for this third period to kind of pour on some heat.
It very well could be. Very well could be. So Keegan Brennan at right wing, Henry Arns at center, Caleb Duro at left. Hayes over at right defense, Parker Allen at left defense. Henry takes the face-off, sends it back. He's going to send it back to Parker. Parker puts one up on Caleb. Caleb unable to hang on to it. Puck loose at center ice. Henry had it, but kind of overskated it. Now the Mad Hatter's coming in. Parker's going to get called for a tripping there. Parker stuck his stick out trying to play the puck, but ended up snagging a little bit of shin guard with it. So Bulls head on their first penalty kill. We'll see who they send out for this penalty kill.
Bulls going to have to be disciplined here.
Looks like Hayes and Ethan.
Hayes, Ethan, Remy,
and Henry.
All right.
So it looks like Remy will be playing offensive position here, but not a bad look to keep 3 defensemen out there. And of course, they did put Wheeler out. Don't blame them. I would have done the same. They take a shot from the defensive position, knocked down by Matt Hatter, and Hayes picks it up and able to clear the zone. Matt Hatters retreat back into the neutral zone, circle around, trying to clear things out. They dump it in. Hayes picks it up. He's going to flip it up the wall, right back out. And now Henry Arns with an opportunity. He was kind of cherry picking. Henry Arns goes down. He gets tripped up. So now we're going to be even strength for a little bit. Only 35 seconds left on the penalty kill.
Yeah, that's 75. Slew footing over there.
So even strength, 4-on-4. And then the Bulls will be on a power play. So good look there. Great job there by Hayes and Henry both. Henry drawing the penalty. Hayes getting it out of the zone, and Henry just waiting around, kind of cherry picking that. Ethan takes a shot. Oh, ref got hit.
Oh, no.
He's completely out of the play. Oh, he says he's good. Ref got hit by that. Hard shot by Ethan. It's a good thing he's got a bucky on. Hayes picks up a shot. He's going to skate forward. He's looking across ice, sends one over to Henry, who's almost at the blue line. Henry now skates it in, pulls back just a little bit, chips one up the boards over to Graham. Graham flips one up the boards. Wheeler right there on him. Graham chips one over to Henry. Henry passes back to Hayes. Hayes takes a defensive shot, bouncing around in front of the goal. Goalie knocks it away. Ethan steps up, sends that back up towards the center. Oh, Henry kicked that one out.
Let's go, boys.
And now the Bulls full strength for 10 seconds while they're on a power play.
Grind it.
Elijah Cole along the boards. Gets it back to Hayes. Hayes sends it back to Elijah. Elijah centers one, but everybody had already retreated back into the defensive position. So now everybody's back to full strength. A slap shot from the blue line. No good. Wheeler sends one up the boards. Hayes right there on him. Nobody able to take a shot there for. Oh, Elijah Cole. He's coming out. Great poke check there by Hayes. Hayes able to clear the zone. Works it along the boards. Hayes has got to catch up to his own puck. Hayes coming up. No icing. He gets boarded along the walls. And Matt Hatter's going the other direction. Bulls have to back check as they got Wheeler on a fast break. Wheeler with a shot. He puts it in the 5-hole.
We got a arm in the air. I'm not sure what happened there. Who are they calling on this? They're putting Henry in the box for a hook.
All right. So Bulls back on another penalty kill. Hayes and Easton, Remy, and Nate will all be in there for the next minute. So it looked almost like that was about to trickle into the 5-hole of Tab. Tab able to shut it down. So Remy taking the face off. Matt Hatters win that one. Take a shot from the blue line. Knocked away. Tab trying to cover. We got a whistle before that was a goal. We got a whistle before that was a goal. So Tab made the initial stop.
Guess that's a makeup for the one he blew dead too earlier on us.
That's right. Again, one ref. Really, you need 2 refs out here. Puck drop. Graham back out at center. They take a shot. Hayes cuts it off. Hayes flips it up the boards to Nate Key. Nate Key clears his own. Matt Hatters knock it down. Matt Hatters send it right back up to Easton Del Bosco. Easton Del Bosco hits it around the neutral zone. Graham Pugh right there with it. Only got 29 seconds left on this penalty kill. But it's a 3-on-2 advantage as they enter the defensive zone. Easton Del Bosco stays right there with them, steals it away. Easton staying. Hayes now picks it up. We're going to get a trip on Easton. So now it's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage for 16 seconds. It'll be Hayes, Ethan, and Nate Key staying into.
No, Hayes, Ethan, and Graham Pugh.
Yep, Graham Pugh came out. Sorry about that. As Henry's joined by his buddy Easton over there in the box at least for 16 seconds. Now Wheeler taking the center position for the Mad Hatters. They pass back to the D-man. D-man takes a shot. They try to swat it in. Up and over the goal. Hayes has it. Hayes flips it to the center.
Bulls just need to ice it here.
Yep. Ethan doing a great job of getting on top of Wheeler, not letting him have any room to do anything. Hayes right there in his face. Now we're back. Henry Arns back out on the ice, steals it away. Graham Pugh and Henry Arns both out there. This is a dangerous combination. Ethan Buck now has it, but Mad Hatters charging into the defensive zone. Hayes, the only defenseman back, knocks it away. Mad Hatters still trying to get it. Graham Pugh chips one up and over. Graham Pugh trying to clear it. Wheeler has it now. Wheeler coming in. Henry Arns tripped up. Puck trickles up to Tab, and Tab shuts it down. So 9 seconds left on this penalty kill.
Huge effort here by the Bulls to kill these penalties.
Oh, yeah. Keegan Brennan coming in for Graham Pugh. Everybody else stays the same. Hayes off the faceoff, pushes it up. Keegan now has it. He's working across center ice. That's to work out the rest of the penalty kill. Keegan comes into the right. Still has the puck. Finally taken away there by Mad Hatters, and they're going the other direction, but he's got 4 white jerseys in front of him, so it is not a man advantage for sure. Knocked away there by Hayes. Remy Uptain back on the ice. Mad Hatters trying to work around. Mad Hatters coming around the other side of the goal. Everybody ready for that back door. Ethan doing a good job of covering up that back door. They're just circling around the offensive zone. Wheeler sends one over. Take a defensive shot, flip one up towards the net. Mad Hatters pick it up behind the net. Ethan Buck still covering up that back door. Great job there by this defense, just making sure that everything's covered. Hayes chips one up and out, and we should have an icing on this, which is good.
No ice.
No icing. Wow, they waved it off. I was going to say this is good because we'll be able to take some time to switch out some defense, but Ethan's still out there. He's had a long shift. Hayes able to come off for Parker.
Offsides.
And we get an offsides on the Mad Hatters. So now we'll get to make that full line change.
Oof. Glad we needed a breath there.
Yeah. Yeah, the defense have been out there a long time, and man, did they do a good job covering up that back door. They kept putting it behind the net. And between Hayes and Ethan, and I think Henry got in there a couple times to help out, they really just shut down that opportunity for him to pull any kind of wraparound. The Bulls able to clear the zone off the face-off. Easton Del Bosco looks up, sends a pass up to Graham. Graham standing at the red line, pushes one up to Caleb Duro. Caleb dumps it into the offensive zone. Mad Hatters pick it up. Mad Hatters able to work it right back out. Easton Del Bosco in good position. Graham Pugh back checks, steals it away. They take a shot, spin it in front of the net. Tab finally swipes it away. Another shot. Tab holding on to it, but he is in the goal. That was close.
Ooh, that was close.
Tab was almost all the way in the goal. Luckily, the puck was caught in his glove, it looked like, and his glove was still on the other side of the red line, but he was trickling backwards inside. And yes, it does count. If the goalie has it in his hands and goes into the goal, it is still a goal. So Tab doing a good job of pushing back out. Off the face-off, Ethan got it, stood there for a second frozen, and then tried to send it out, but Matt Hatters did a good job of keeping it. Hayes chips that one up to Henry at center ice. Henry moves it over to Will Federley. Will Federley still has it. Elijah Cole dumps one into the offensive zone a little bit deeper. And now's the time that we got to put some pressure on him, as this is the third period and we're only up by 1. Hayes pokes that one away, gets it over to Elijah Cole. Elijah Cole carries it into the zone, takes a shot towards the net, just wide. Will Federley picks it up. He centers one for Elijah.
Not enough on that one.
But not enough on it. And Matt Hatters flip one up. Bounces at center ice. Ethan Buck right there. They send one towards the net wide. Hayes goes to pick it up. Picks it up behind the net. Changes directions. Comes back the other way. Hayes working along the boards. Sends a pass up for Elijah. It looks like it's going to be a little bit too much for Elijah. Matt Hatters pick it up. Try to send it out. Henry Orange tries to steal up the board. Elijah with a good stick lift right there. Steals the puck away. They take a slap shot pass by the Mad Hatters. Mad Hatters come in, take a wrister tab, shoos it away. Mad Hatters center one for Wheeler. Wheeler right there on it. Wheeler trying to make it around. Tab trips him up. Great job there by Tab to come out and challenge that. Man, Wheeler trying his signature move. Now Henry Orange is coming all the way across. Henry Orange getting pushed out to the boards, takes a shot wide of the goal. Nate Key will pick up the rebound, sends that one back towards Hayes. Hayes trying to do a stick lift, and now they're going the opposite direction, and Wheeler's going to have a one-on-one with Tab Baker. Tab Baker tried to shut it down, but Wheeler, he shut the first one down from Wheeler, but that one just too much. And Nate Key looks like he got injured on that play. Hayes had tried to do a stick lift on that kid, and as soon as it did, the puck worked back to him all the way along the wall. And it just created an enormous fast break, and Ethan was out of position as well. So it's tie game here. Not much time left. Only 3:47. Matt Hatters trying to take another shot. Easton knocks that down. Parker Allen now tries to swipe it away. Parker working along the boards. Matt Hatters taking another shot. Goes in front of the net, but wide. Keegan gets it over to Graham Pugh. Graham Pugh works it into the neutral zone. Graham Pugh knocks that shot down. Wheeler was trying to pass it, and Graham just knocked it away. Matt Hatters now charging into the defensive zone. Keegan Brennan backhands that towards Parker. Caleb tried to send it out, knocked away. Easton Del Bosco knocks that one down. Keegan now on the move. Keegan works it into the offensive zone, but immediately picked up. And this is what I mean. You see Wheeler back here playing defense. And we have an offsides on Graham Pugh.
Yeah, I think Caleb didn't realize that he was over the blue line there and couldn't get back.
So 2:55 left. Tie score here at 4. Bulls need to put one up here to win it. Hayes and Ethan back in on the defense. Henry Orange taking the face-off. Henry wins it back to Hayes. Hayes
Lemmy at wing.
trying to look up. Hayes works it over, trying to get one to Henry just off the end of his stick. As Henry was having to stay at the blue line, Hayes' pass was just off. Oh, Ethan tried to steal the boards, and now we got another breakaway. Hayes back checking, Ethan back checking, everybody moving in the right direction. Hayes takes a poke at the right time and sends it out, but Hayes is going to get called for a tripping, it looks like.
I think Ethan is.
Oh, Ethan's going to get a hook.
There was no hook there, but maybe a trip, maybe, but that was not a hook.
Ethan's going to get a hook, so an untimely penalty here for the Bulls. Bulls head out here on a penalty kill. Easton Del Bosco, Henry Orange, Hayes Hallman, and Caleb Duro all out here. Henry wins the face-off, pushes it forward. Great job there by Henry. He's got Caleb to his right. Henry dumps it into the offensive zone. Wheeler picks it up, loses his feet. Great job there by Easton keeping it in. Gets it back to Henry. Henry's still working it up. Matt Hatters take it away. Puck is loose. Mad Hatters
Big stop,
pick it up. And Hayes is playing a little shallow. He catches up. Hayes trying to use that body to push his man around. Henry Arns now pokes it away. Hayes pokes it away. Gets it over to Caleb, who sends it up and out of the zone. 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. Mad Hatters will regroup. Bouncing pass from Wheeler at center ice. And Mad Hatter fell down. So Del Bosco tried to push it on a little bit farther. We're going to get another hook as Caleb hooked him. Shot off. We got a delayed penalty. Henry touches the puck. And Caleb Duro, as soon as we end one penalty kill, Caleb Duro heads right back to the box for another penalty kill. So minute 17. Tied up at 4. Henry Arns will come off the ice. Caleb Duro heads to the box. Graham Pugh comes out at center. Remy Uptain, Easton Del Bosco, and Hayes Hallman all out on the ice. Looks like Mad Hatters have chosen for a timeout. My guess is they're probably going to talk about pulling their goalie.
That's dangerous, though. I mean, Henry and Graham and Teagan have all had like clean breakaways at some point during this game. So,
well,
it's a calculated risk, I guess.
I don't think I would pull the goalie, and they may not even be talking about that. They may just be talking about how to move the puck around. But yeah, we were watching a couple games last night, and one of them they pulled the goalie on. And it seems like the kids get even more hungry for a goal with an empty net. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, why would you not want to score on a goalie? But, man, all of them want to score on an empty net.
It's free points, baby.
Yeah. So Henry Arns taking the face-off. Graham Pugh out there. Hayes Hallman and Easton Del Bosco. So Easton has the puck. Sends a pass towards the center. Dangerous pass towards the center for Graham Pugh. But Henry Arns now charging across neutral zone. Henry Arns has Graham Pugh up there. Henry takes a long shot as he just flipped it up as he's entering the zone. Graham Pugh chasing it. Mad Hatter's coming the other direction. Graham Pugh knocks it down, keeps it in the zone. Mad Hatter's able to clear it. Now Graham's got to catch up to it. Hayes picks off that shot. Tries to send it out. Hayes picks up another shot. Hayes is going to skate up, so now one of the other guys is going to have to drop back into the defense position. Graham Pugh took that roll. Henry sends one over to Hayes, who's waiting at center ice. Hayes dumps one from almost from outside the blue line.
And that's the penalty.
And nobody chased it, but now we're back to full strength with 14 seconds left in the game. Oh, Easton Del Bosco puts one in.
No, Graham
Pugh puts one in. Easton Del Bosco shot to Graham Pugh, and with 9.6 seconds left, the Bulls on top, 5-4.
What a play! They were sitting there waiting for that pass. Shot it right back at the net for the rebound, and Graham jammed it home.
Wow. Wow. That was the shot in the arm you need going into a Phoenix game. That's what I tell you.
That's right. 9 seconds left, and are they going to pull the goalie here?
They're going to take another timeout. I'm sure they are just trying to figure out how to put the puck in the hands of their best playmakers. And Bulls were making a line change. I'll be curious to see what they end up doing here. If they continue with the line change, you almost at this point just want to put we have 5 defenders, 5 good defenders. You almost just want to put 5 defenders out there and say they're not scoring on you.
I'd put 4 of them and Graham Pugh to win the faceoff.
I would too. That's a good
what
point.
I would do.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Graham, Henry, Hayes, Easton, and Remy, yeah. So three defensemen and 2 centers. That's about as good as you're going to get right there. Faceoff goes back to Easton. Easton flips it up the boards to Graham. Graham backhands it along the boards again. Matt Hatters tries to send it in. Hayes flips one all the way to the center, and the Bulls win against the Mad Hatters. So the Mad Hatters holding that second place spot. They've been beaten twice this weekend now. And resilient effort there by the Bulls. Can't say enough about that last goal getting scored. Tab Baker doing a great job in goal this morning, shutting down Wheeler. And fantastic game here by the Bulls. We will be back on camera here in an hour and 25 minutes. So hope you can join us again at the 8:30 hour. And we'll see you guys soon. Hey, don't forget, if you're enjoying our broadcast, please jump on and scan this QR code at the end. Every little bit helps, even if it's just $2 or $3. Justin uses that to replace equipment at the end of the season. Maybe we can buy some better Wi-Fi. Who knows? So please donate if you feel so inclined. Appreciate you joining in. Go Bulls.